Hello YouTube friends, Gail's here to play another Nanoreno 2024 game. This one's called the Mario Party, and I think it's like a Mario murder mystery fan game. Not typically something I would play, but I don't know. I like Mario, I like murder mysteries. Why not combine them together, I guess? It's a little unusual, but I'm willing to give it a try. Let's get started, I guess. Thunder strikes, the wind howls, rain pelts viciously on worn stone streets. Little toads are tucked into bed with fluffy blankets and warm goodnight kisses from their parents. Aw, how sweet. Very pixely looking background. I can't even really... What is that? A building? Some kind of building. Maybe. I don't know. Everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom looks outside their windows with soft wonder and great appreciation for the fact that they have shelter, shielded from the elements. Everyone except one creature, who stands outside in the pouring rain, a cell phone in the crook of his shoulder, with a fist balled up, ready to strike. Oh, it's Bowser talking on a phone. To Goomba, okay. Oh, is that... hold on. I think the beeping sound is a voice thing. I don't like those. They annoy me. Okay. It's not so bad when you turn it down. And that's a personal thing, by the way, which as long as I can turn down the volume, I don't count that against it. The beep 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 thing. I don't think anyone is coming. Don't say that. They probably didn't hear you knocking. The lights are off. Is anyone even home? You sure it's the right place? Yeah, the invitation said Luigi's mansion. I'm pretty sure this is the only Luigi's mansion around. Oh, so that's what it is. So it's like a mansion. Okay. So maybe they're just saving money for electricity right now. Daisy loves her candles. I don't know. I think I should just leave. They probably don't want me here anyway. Stop that. Don't say that. You were invited to the Mario Party this time. It's not like the other times where you were busted in unannounced. Why is nobody coming to the door then? Because you're late. They probably thought you weren't coming. Because I was cleaning up your mess at work. And I thank you immensely for that, truly. That doesn't make you any less late for this party, though. Suddenly the windows of the creepy mansion beam warm. Electricity-filled light. Oh, the lights are on now. Now you know for sure that someone's home. But I don't think I even want to go in now. I'm sure they hate me. I was invited as a formality. What is this? A self-pity party? Pull yourself together. You are Bowser, okay? King of the Koopas. The Lord of Awesome. The beefiest, burliest, grade A prime cut final boss dude. Yeah, you're right. Why am I even standing out here in the rain? Exactly, man. Exactly. Screw the knocking. I should just kick down this door and show them who's boss. Well, I don't know if... Oh, 3. 1. 2. Oh. Suddenly Bowser hears a scream from inside. Peach? Kick down the door, now. Kick down the door. Bowser kicks down the door, running through the mansion towards the source of the screaming. I'm coming, Peaches. Don't worry. Bowser rushes into the room where the screaming is coming from. He spots Daisy running in as well from what appears to be a dining room, stopping in her tracks as she realizes what Peach is screaming about. Mario lays face down on the floor, lifeless, blood pooling around his signature red cap. Peach kneels next to him, dramatically flailing, while she attempts to perform CPR on his back, careful not to damage her nails. Why is she's got a cigarette in hand. Okay. And who does CPR with somebody on their back? Is that a thing? I mean, I don't think that's gonna help if he's got blood coming out of his head. Bowser? Hello, everything okay? He's dead. Mario's dead. The statement seems to make Peach scream even louder and attempt to resuscitate Mario even more. Mario! I think you have to flip him around for that to work. Peach does not appear to be taking criticism right now, instead opting to even more violently bleed on Mario's spine. What's going on? And Mario... Luigi and... I can't do an accent. Luigi and Waluigi have appeared at the door together. They look disheveled and out of breath. Luigi falls to his knees and begins to sob. Aww. Mario. Waluigi begins to pat Luigi's back. Wow, Waluigi looks really different. I mean, they all look different, but... with his eyes still fixed on the plumbing tycoon's lifeless body. Wah! What happened here? Rosalina rushes into the room, her Luma shining brightly and floating at her side. What's going on? Is everyone okay? No! Someone killed Mario. Oh, that's not good. Does anyone have a one-up mushroom? Anyone? Everyone checks the pockets and purses, except for Peach, who continues to chip away at Mario's back. Gosh. What's okay. I have one. Where are you? Can you come here now? Oh, I live like an hour away. I just wanted to let you know I had one. Oh, I'm gonna hang up on you now, Goomba. Well, wait, no, this is exciting. I don't have anything going on. Everyone crowds in a huddled... He's got a little Bowser symbol on his phone. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Everyone crowds in a huddle around the now deceased Italian plumber with morbid curiosity, not speaking for a few moments. They stare at his bleeding corpse with their mouths agape in horror, the reality of the situation dawning on them. Everyone save for Peach, at least, who continues to throw herself at Mario's back. Who could have done this? Everyone turns to look at Bowser. I think it's obvious who. It wasn't me this time. I just got here. You expect all of us to just believe that. Do I look like I've been inside murdering Mario? Bowser spins around in a small pirouette, splashing everyone with the rainwater that has collected in the brim of his top hat. This sprinkles everyone in the near vicinity with rainwater. Save for Waluigi, who gets absolutely doused. He sputters and begins to blink rapidly. Ah, why would you do that? We can already see that you're drenched. See, my point stands. Waluigi agrees I was outside. This is not at all what I said. It's still very suspicious that the night Mario dies is the first time you've ever been invited to a Mario party. You know, given your history. I don't know how else I can spell out to you that I was outside in the pouring rain. Bet you wish you'd stayed home and left Mario alone now, don't you? I definitely wish I stayed home. But what about... Quiet! Everyone turns to face Peach. She has given up on hitting Mario until he magically becomes alive again, and now sits in a slump with her palms on the ground. Everyone, just let me say my goodbye to my husband. Alone, please. Oh, of course. Let's give Peach some space, everyone. I'll go ahead and ring up the I have no idea. Police. To report Bowser's crimes. She begins digging around in her overstuffed purse, attempting to find her cell phone without spilling any of its contents. I'm right here. I can hear you. Peach. He's my brother too. Could I stay as... Everybody out, now! Hold on, Luigi, hun. I think you should stay if you need... Right, sorry, yes, I'm leaving. So, yes, sorry. Aw, poor Luigi. Luigi is Ken's favorite. Ken always plays Luigi when we play Mario Party. Or anything Mario related. I usually play Yoshi. And Gabe likes Mario. Alright, everyone hurriedly makes their way out of the room in a relatively normal and orderly fashion, save for Luigi, who runs headfirst into a wall in his desperate attempt to flee the room as soon as possible. Oh, careful there. You okay, babe? Luigi's eyes quickly dart between Daisy and Waluigi. His pupils waver frantically like a deer caught in headlights. Yes, no. My brother just died. I'm going to the bathroom, I think. He stumbles out of the room, clipping the wall with his shoulder in his rush to leave. Bowser notices that everyone quickly scurries off away from him, giving him sidelong glances as they quickly make a distance between him and themselves. Wow, they really do think I did it, huh? His phone rings. Bowser sighs and lifts it to his ear. What happened? Tell me everything. Did you find out who killed Mario? Nah, they think I did it. They're calling out the Bianta police and everything. Well, did you? What? Of course not. I've been on the phone with you for the past hour. I don't know. It just seems like a kind of you thing, given your history. Why does everyone keep... Oh, okay, listen. If I were going to kill Mario, I would have made sure everyone knew it was me. I wouldn't try and hide it. That's a good point. You probably wouldn't shut up about it. Plus, I'm past that now. I'm, like, reformed. I'm good now. You were trying to kick down the door like 5 minutes ago because they didn't hear you knock 2 times. But that would have been awesome. It definitely would have been super duper awesome. But I don't know how much Luigi would have loved replacing that door. Oh, I guess he has to do that anyway, huh? Since you did end up kicking it down to say Peach. Yeah, and look where it got me. I should have just trusted my gut and left. There's no way I could convince them I didn't do it with my history or whatever. What if you found out who the real killer was, though? Maybe if you find that out before you get arrested, you can clear your name. That's an idea. I'm a smart guy. I could probably crack this thing wide open. Oh, cool. So we get to play as Bowser when we investigate the murder. That's fun. Yeah, that's the Bowser I know. And then everyone would stop hating me, and I could finally be a real part of the good guys. And I'd get invited to all the cookouts and games and parties, and I could finally have friends that aren't... Well, I could have different friends. And still have you and the Minion crew as my friends, too. You know, we'd still talk. Yeah, sure, that too. What do you know so far? Seems like the power went out at some point, and then, in the dark, Mario was murdered. Cool, you're probably going to have to get some more info about that. Who seems the most suspicious? Use the journal button at the bottom right of your screen to view collected evidence, testimonies, and character profiles. Oh, cool. Alright, let's save here. Looks like we don't really have anything yet. Okay. Alright, we'll just start with Peach, I guess. Peach. She found something. She found the body, so probably at the very least she knows something. That was why she was screaming before. Yeah, I think so. She also just kicked all of us out there. And you just let that happen? Well, I mean, what else was I supposed to? Go back there now. If she's the murderer, she's probably gotten rid of so much evidence. Bowser heads back to the room with the crime scene, phone clutched in hand, hoping to get some answers from the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser finds himself back in the room where this mess began. This room seems to be filled with various jars and mementos in every nook and cranny of the room, but Bowser can't quite make out what they are in the dim light. Peach is still next to Mario's body, slouched over in a heap as Bowser entered the rooms. She straightens up and turns to glare at him. He notices that, despite all of her wailing, her cheeks are not wet with tears. I figured you would come back here. Why? To beat my husband even more of an unrecognizable pulp, because you're such a sick creature. Is that the only reason you're here, to protect him from me? That and to say my goodbyes. The damage done here is monstrous, more than a one-up mushroom could fix, from the way it looks. Not like you'd know or care about anything like that. You're wrong. I meant maybe about the one-up shroom thing, but you're wrong about me knowing that already, because I didn't do it, like I've been saying. Right, sure. Don't give me that, Peaches. You're the one with the crocodile tears. You're sure you didn't kill your beloved husband? I I'm a delicate lady, Bowser, and I'm a lady nonetheless, and ladies wipe their tears and look presentable at all occasions, even if those occasions involve the untimely murders of loved ones. I'm not surprised you don't know what a handkerchief is, though, given your brutish ways. Do you even have any proof that he killed Mario? You've been with the body this whole time, so you must know something. Sorry, are you on a phone call with one of your luckies right now? Yes, Goomba. I got this handle on my own. Just stay quiet. All I know is my husband is dead, and you're obvious prime suspect, you know, given... Yeah, I know. Given my history with Mario, I know. No, I meant our history. You know, the history we have of you kidnapping me and Mario saving me and ad nauseam. With Mario out of the way, there's no one to save me. I am truly a helpless damsel in distress. First of all, don't try and play me like that. I'm not stupid. I know you've got magic, umbrella, or whatever. You're far from a damsel in distress with that thing. And second, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm a good guy. So, what brings you back to this room then, with me, all alone, umbrella-less? Yeah. Investigate the body. Sure. Let's save again. Just in case we only get to do one of these things. I'm assuming we probably get to do all of them. Oh, I see. Playing detective, are we? I told you, I'm a good guy now. Emphasis on playing, Bowser. We all know who you really are. And we know you are full of lies, Princess Lies. Tell your buddy to shut it, would you? Let me see the body first. I suppose I've said everything I wanted to say to my dear husband. Try not to touch him too much. I can tell your hands are filthy. Okay. I mean, he's dead, right? Why does it care if his hands are dirty? Bowser moves closer to the body and squats down to get a better look. Mario lays still with his face pressed against the floor. He has donned his traditional blue overalls, red shirt, and red cap. Why are all of you dressed up and he's not? He didn't care for the evening party dress code. I told him it was much more polite to be dressed up for your guests, but... She takes a drag of her cigarette. He didn't care for listening to me either. Mario oozes blood from a large gash on the right side of his head, partially obscured by his now flattened cap. It looks like he was hit on the head by something. But what? A small trail of blood splatters leading down the carpet, catches Bowser's gaze. Following it leads him all the way up the wall to... Oh. What do you see? It looks like a big green shell. That's where John went. Yeah. I guess Mario got him, along with the other, well... Other what? Are there more shells? Bowser looks more closely around the room, slowly realizing it is filled with taxidermed parts of various goons he had employed over the years. No. No, it's just the one. Yeah, that's it, for sure. What a monster! I'd say whack him, but somebody else got to it first. I'm sure it isn't real. For a moment, Peach's strained mannerisms seemed to vanish, revealing genuine sympathy. Who am I kidding? Of course it was real. This is Mario's trophy room. I thought this was Luigi's mansion. Mario enjoyed taking over various spots of Luigi's living quarters with his own memorabilia, just so Luigi couldn't get away from his achievements. Wow, and they call me the bad guy. Peach glares at Bowser, but doesn't say anything to refute his statement. It's dripping with blood. Fresh blood. How brutal. Bowser takes a closer look at the blood patterns on the shell. While most of it is just wet splatters of blood, Bowser spots an area that looks different. It's oddly dry and looks like something was wiped on it, as if to gather some of the blood on some kind of cloth. Huh. That's gotta be the murder weapon. Yeah, I'll take a picture. Shell added to journal. Okay, good. Cool, and it even shows you which ones you've checked. Cool. What's your alibi? Fine. We were all eating dinner here in the dining room when the power went out, probably around 8 o'clock. I would say Rosalina was the only one with any light because of her Luma, so she volunteered to go search for the fuse box. Despite it being his own mansion, Luigi expressed that he didn't know where it was. That seems typical. For anyone else, it would be suspicious, but for Luigi, it would probably be more suspicious if he did know. Yeah. Well, what was more suspicious was that he and Waluigi seemed to have left after about 5 minutes of it being dark inside the house. Seemed to. It was pitch black in there here without the electricity on. I couldn't see my own hand in front of my face, let alone what the others were doing. But Luigi stopped responding to Daisy at some point, which threw her into panic as usual. Do you know if anyone else left the dining room? Daisy definitely did. She was trying to find where Luigi was. Mario and I were the only ones left in the dining room for a while. We talked. About? You know, the usual for married couples. We started talking about something stupid, and then it devolved into an argument, and then we just sat in silence, hoping that the other would apologize. I mean, that's not normal. And not in a healthy relationship, anyway. So apparently they're having issues. Right. I thought Mario was still in the room with me, but when I tried to talk to him again, there was no response. I thought he was stonewalling me, so I obviously had to not say anything back. Otherwise, you know, I would lose. Ugh, that seems healthy. At least it's being very self-aware. But then I put a loud noise in from this room. Do you know what time that was? About an hour after the power turned off, 9-ish. When I heard that noise, I got worried. I thought maybe he had left and tripped on something and fell. So started wandering around looking for him, and then... She appears to get a bit choked up. Bowser watches her with a blank expression. The lights turned back on a few seconds after I heard the noise, and I found him here. My. She begins to wail again. Mario! Still no tears. What was your relationship with Mario like? Why do you ask? Are you jealous? No, I'm just... You know, was he nice to you? Nicer than you ever were when you were kidnapping me and locking me away. Kind of a low bar. Correction, he was much nicer to me than you. Well, when we met, it was great. He was so brave and strong. Heroic, you could say. That figures. But you know, every honeymoon has its end, and he learned things about me and I him. We both changed. She brings her cigarette to her lips, slowly exhaling an immense cloud of smoke. There comes a point in every relationship where it's less about loving and more about functioning, and we were very functional. I don't know about every relationship. You do not get to talk. You were kidnapping me and asked me to marry you for decades. Well, yeah, but still. But still nothing. You don't know. We're fine. Her lips purse as she says this, as if it was hard for her to say it out loud. Fine enough for you to not murder him. Stop being ridiculous. I'm done entertaining this line of questioning. Yeah, so. Ew. The murder weapon. Blood drips off of it, save for an odd, dried smear. Okay. I'm done here. I'll see you, Peaches. I hope to see you too, King Koopa. Oh? See you leaving this place in handcuffs. Who do you want to talk to next, boss? Let's do... We'll just go in order, I guess. I don't know if there's a limit. Daisy. It seemed like she was the main person trying to pin the murder on me when we were all together. So maybe she was trying to cover for herself. I don't know, maybe. It also seems like something fishy is happening concerning her, Luigi, and Waluigi. Well, let's go see if we can find anything out. Bowser steels himself, striding down the hallway in search of the Princess of Sarasaland with a Goomba on the line, and this time until his rest ticking down. After some searching, Bowser is able to track Daisy down in what seems to be some sort of hybrid library study. What must be thousands of books adorn the walls. In the center of the room features a large mahogany desk with a small painted glass lamp resting on its corner. Daisy doesn't seem to be very interested in the books or the desk, however. Luigi, wherever you are, come over here. Did you check out the bathroom? Daisy spins around to face Bowser, jumping in surprise. Whoa! Sorry, did I scare you? It's hard not to be scared of you. You're a big guy. True. And you killed Mario. Not true. What did you say about the bathroom? Luigi's probably in there. He said he was going to go there right before he left the crime scene, didn't he? Huh. You're way more observant than I thought you were. I got pretty observant in conversations when the topic is accusing me of murders I didn't do. Well, I checked the bathroom already, and there's no sign of him. So why the library, then? Usually when he gets lost, I find him in here, or in the bathroom. Or in the dining room, or in the trophy room, or, well, he can get lost pretty much anywhere, actually. He must get lost pretty frequently. Oh yeah, all the time. So what now? Are you going to kill me too? Relax, I just want to ask you some questions. What's your alibi? What's my alibi? Who are you, Detective Pikachu? No, he's Detective Awesome Lord, the beefiest, most crunchiest Koopa King ever. Yeah, what Goomba said. You know, pretending to try and solve this case doesn't make you any less suspicious, right? Daisy, come on, just tell me. Sure, I have no problem saying it. I just wanted to let you know you were wasting your time first. So this morning I woke up probably around 8:30. Normally I wake up around 7:30, an hour earlier, but I decided to treat myself a bit with some extra sleep because I knew I would have to be getting things ready for the party. Luigi made me breakfast. You can skip what you did in the morning. Just tell me what you were doing when the lights turned off. But isn't all this information important? Sorry. What if the killer, poisoned Mario 5 hours before and then it didn't set in until later? He didn't look like he was poisoned. He looked like he got hit with something on the head, hard enough to make his blood pool around the carpet. Well, what if he got hit on the head by one person, but somebody else poisoned him earlier? And that's why he was able to be hit on the head, because he was so out of it because of the poison. So there's, two killers. Maybe I should be the detective and you give me your alibi, huh? My alibi was standing outside in the rain being miserable. The end. Stop filibustering, Daisy. Tell us what you were doing when the lights turned off. Fine. But you guys should really be asking everyone what they did the whole day. You might miss who the real killer was. We'll consider it. Continue. We were all eating dinner in the dining room when the lights suddenly shut off around 8-ish, maybe? I couldn't really tell because all the electricity shut off, and I really only tell my time using the microwave upstairs in the kitchen. Which, now that I think about it, why is the kitchen upstairs in this house, but the dining room is downstairs? That doesn't seem... Daisy! Sorry. What was I... Oh yeah, the electricity turned off. We sent Rosalina to find out the fuse box since my little Luigi poo is so... Well, he's just busy with more important things. So he often forgets where less important things like fuse boxes are in his house. Rosalina also volunteered herself, which was weird, actually, because who wants to go find a fuse box alone in a creepy mansion? That is a little weird, yeah. It's mega weird. Anyways, Rosalina left, and we were all just sitting trying to eat in the dark, which was really hard because none of us had any sources of light or anything, and it was so dark. I couldn't even see Luigi, kind of dark, and I was sitting right next to him. Did anyone go anywhere? I'm getting to that. I'm pretty sure Luigi and Waluigi left at some point because I tried to talk to both of them about things like the weather and politics as you do, as a good girlfriend and friend, and they weren't responding. So I reached out to where I thought they were sitting, but no one was there. So they left together. Well, I don't know about together. They don't seem that close to me. They don't? I mean, yeah. Do you think they are? I don't really know anyone well enough to speculate about anyone's interpersonal relationships. Well, trust me on this one. I know my Luigi Poo, and he definitely is just normal acquaintances with the Waluigi. Right. Okay, so both of them left, maybe together, maybe separately. Probably separately. When I realized Luigi was gone, I thought maybe he got scared and tried to run to his bedroom to hide under the covers, but got lost because it was so dark, so I started looking for him. In the dark, could you see anything? No, I feel a little silly, but I thought maybe I could find him. I could make him less scared, even if I was just as blind as he was with the pitch black around us. Did you find him? No, I think I turned myself around a few times because when the lights came back on, I was right in the dining room where I started. And when was that? Oh, around 9-ish maybe? I guess it took a long time for Rosalina to find the fuse box, huh? I guess. I tried to find Luigi for like a second, but then I heard Peach screaming, so I ran to her. And then we met, and here we are now. Do you know around what time the lights came back on? I think like an hour after the power turned off. I guess it took Rosalina a long time to find the fuse box. And you didn't find Luigi in all that time? Daisy shrugs. I don't know what else to tell you. I couldn't find him. That's everything then. That's everything. Unless you want me to talk more about my morning. I think I'll pass. Investigate the room. Bowser takes a closer look around the room. The bookshelves are chock full of different titles, but actually reading their spines reveals content to be seemingly quite similar. Mario defeats Bowser, a coming-of-age story. Mario saves the princess for the 50th time, an autobiography. 500 different ways to squish a Goomba. Yeesh. I'm so glad he's dead. I know you didn't do it, boss, but I'm so glad he's gone. Bowser turns to face the desk and nobody notices a crumpled up piece of paper sticking from one of the drawers. He fishes it out. Looks like it's a letter from Rosalina to Mario, huh? Dear Mario, I hope you and Peach are well. I would like to humbly ask for your financial support once more in my pursuit of my art career. To put this extremely bluntly, since this is probably the 6th or 7th time I've sent you this letter, I am in desperate need of money. I know from talking it with her that Peach really enjoyed my pieces, so I truly do not understand why you pulled my funding. If you would like to clarify this for me, I would be more than happy to meet with you and talk. I hope to hear from you soon, and that you make the right choice to support the next big thing in modern art sphere. You will regret it if you don't. Rosalina. Rosalina's letter added to journal. Kind of suspicious, huh? Sure. What was your relationship with Mario like? Not really that deep. We got along fine, I guess, but I wouldn't describe us as close. Really? Even though you're best friends with Peach and you're dating his brother? Daisy shrugs. What do you want me to lie and tell you we were best buds? I'm telling you how it was. We tolerated each other for the sake of our partners. Get along fine first. How now tolerated each other? What's the story? Who even are you? Goomba, I got this. But Daisy, what is the story? Daisy sighs and begins to wring her hands together. I don't know. I hate to speak ill of the dead here, but Mario was not nice. Not nice to me, not nice to Peach, and certainly not nice to his own flesh and blood. He didn't like Luigi. Didn't seem like it. I don't think it was hatred or anything, and he used to be such a good guy. He and Luigi were a team. But when Mario started getting successful, he became a different person. He started treating everyone like dirt, especially Luigi Poo. He was constantly rubbing his overwhelming success in Luigi Poo's face. How so? Well, you've seen the house, right? Almost every room in the some way has a reminder of how great Mario is. All the books on these walls, all about Mario. The room he lays dead in now, it's a whole shrine basically devoted to his exploits. Even Luigi's own bedroom is infested with Mario's accomplishments. Narcissism at its finest. That feels like a pretty strong motive for Luigi to take matters into his own hands. Killing Mario would stop all this. Daisy shakes her head quickly. No, Luigi is not like that. He's gentle. Always has been. That's why I love him, you know? You don't think he could kill Mario then, even with the terrible treatment he was getting? Luigi Poo loved his brother. He hasn't changed because of his success, for better or for worse. What do you mean by that? For better, in the sense that he's a good, sensitive guy. For worse in the sense that Mario knew that, took advantage of it, and knew that Luigi would never stick up for himself. What I'm hearing is that he's a coward. Daisy smiles softly. All the best men are, deep down. What do you know about Rosalina's art? Daisy takes the letter from Bowser's hands and begins to read. It's basically just Rosalina begging for money from Mario for her art or something. Huh, I would have never guessed. She seems so put together, you know? She hands the letter back to Bowser. Had you heard of anything Rosalina needing money before reading that? Me and Luigi just kind of stay out of those conversations. We like to be quiet rich. Say no. So, no. Well, I kind of did. Rosalina did approach me recently about her art. She was attempting to sell a bunch of her works for a crazy cheap price. It smelled super desperate, though, and I didn't like a lot of her work anyway. So I just said no and didn't think much of it. It would have been different if she had mentioned her financial troubles, though. Me and Luigi would have helped her out. Interesting. Good to know. Where did you find this letter? In here. Wowee. I was wondering why you were looking around. You're like a bona fide detective, huh? I am awesome at everything. Of course I'm a bona fide detective. Rad. I hope you crack the case, assuming you didn't kill Mario, which, you know, I'm pretty sure you still did. Thank you for your support. Alright. Thanks for your help, Daisy. Good luck with proving your innocence. Who do you want to talk to now? Let's talk to Luigi. Luigi. He was acting really suspicious earlier as we were leaving the murder room. What did he do? He ran into a wall and was looking at Daisy and Waluigi really nervously. Isn't that just how Luigi always is? You weren't there. It was weird. I feel like something's going on with him. Okay, if you say so. Bowser storms down the hallway, Goomba chattering away on speaker, hoping to reveal the secrets that Man in Green is hiding. In a search for Luigi, Bowser has exhausted what he thinks is every single possible room he could be in. Bathroom, nope. Dining room, not a chance. Within the rubble of his once previously pristine door, Bowser checked twice, and still no Luigi. Where is this guy? I thought he said he was going to the bathroom, but he's not there, and he's not in the dining room, or the hallway, or anything. It was like he turned into a boo and faded away. Maybe he ran off. That would be bad. Maybe you'd be off the hook, though. You think? Luigi running off into the rain reads as pretty guilty behavior. I feel like they'd still find a way to arrest me somehow, though. That's very likely. Bowser walks to a bedroom on the top floor of the enormous 4-story mansion. It's plastered in Mario memorabilia, posters, and figurines which sit in heaps on the floor. Only a tiny spot of the room seems to be devoid of this Mario fantasism, and that is where the bed is. Okay, here's the plan. If I can't find him, I run out the front door and hope the police can't track me down. You think he's that important? He's just Luigi. I know he's that important. There's something going on with him, and suddenly one of the Mario heaps twitches, just barely, but it's enough to catch Bowser's eye and stop him talking. What? What is it? Over there. Something just moved. I can't see anything, remember? Shut up. I'm going to go see what it is. Describe it in detail when you figure out what's going on, please. I'm trying to solve this too. Bowser begins to take a slow step towards the suspicious mound of Mario collectibles before his foot even touches ground, though it bursts apart. Don't know if you kill me, please, but I'm begging you to do anything, please. Whoa, slow down. What? You're gonna kill me, just like you killed my bro. I didn't kill Mario. Please don't hurt me. See, I told you, he's useless. Shut up, Goomba. Jeez, Luigi, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to ask some. I'm gonna die. No, you're not, Luigi. Listen to me. Mario! Something seems to break inside of Bowser. A bit of the rage he has been struggling to hold on and peeks through his new good guy persona. Ah! Bowser's roaring seems to shut up Luigi momentarily. He stands there, tears streaming down his cheeks in shock. I'm not gonna kill you, okay? I just need to ask you some questions. Luigi nods rapidly in such a violently agreeable way that his bow tie almost falls off his neck. He has to grip it with his hand to keep it on. Good, okay. Thank you for listening. Sorry for roaring at you. It's all good, man. What do you want to know? Oh my gosh, so many. Okay. What's your alibi? Luigi flinches. Alibi? What's an alibi? Come on, man. Where were you when the murder happened? I, was alone. Definitely alone. And I was crying and I was scared because it was dark. That actually seems like something what you would be doing. Because it was what I was doing. How did you get in there? Who were you with before the lights turned off? No one. I was with no one. You were alone before the lights turned off. No, sorry, I misunderstood your question. I thought you said when the lights were off. Were you or were you not with people before the power went out? I was with people, but before, but not while it was dark or after. I was alone. We are aware that you were alone during the blackout, Luigi. Good. Is that all you have to say about it? You were with people when the lights were on, and then you were alone with it when it was dark. Luigi nods violently again. I'm trying to solve who murdered your bro, Luigi. If you saw something, you should share. Didn't you murder him, though? Bowser lets out a really long sigh. Come on, dude. Please. We were all together in the dining room. Then the power went out. We saw Rosalina go to find the fuse box since she had only the light with her Luma. I didn't know where it was because my house is really big. I tried to follow her to try and help, but she slipped off. I think I got lost. Were you lost the whole time the power was out? Yes. And how long was that for? About an hour, I think. You got lost for an entire hour? Isn't this your house? How did you not find anyone? Luigi begins to breathe heavily. Luigi, you okay there, man? Luigi's eyes begin to bulge out of his head slightly. It sounds like he's hyperventilating. Don't pass on me. The last thing I need is for you to pass out on me. Come down. Luigi begins to froth at the mouth. His face begins to turn red. Ah! Luigi's face instantly becomes its normal pallor, and he takes a deep sigh of relief. I think he's told us all he can. Let's stop making him think so hard. See, that wasn't so hard, pal. Luigi attempts to smile. Haha. Yeah, pal. His eyes start darting to the door. He is ready to scurry out the moment Bowser strikes. Yeah, let's investigate the room. Do you mind if I take a look around? Not at all. Bowser scans the Mario-laden room for any kind of clues. His eyes are immediately drawn to a patch of exposed wall, which looks bare compared to the overwhelmingly covered rest of the room. Looking closer, Bowser realizes this is the panel for the fuse box. Fuse box is here. Oh, that's where it was the whole time. Haha. So Rosalina must have found it here then. Bowser moves his gaze elsewhere. Just as he's about to call his searching quits and ask Luigi a few more questions, another yet smaller break in the Mario hoard catches his eye. Inspecting the break reveals an odd patch of wood in the Luigi's otherwise absolutely covered with Mario-related things desk. A ring of dust sits neatly in between the mess. Did something used to be here on the spot on the desk? Luigi follows Bowser's gaze. Yeah, actually, that was where my golden pipe was. Luigi looks legitimately upset. He falls to his knees and squeezes himself under the desk, searching on the ground for the item. Did you move it? No, it always sits right there on the desk. It's really expensive. I'll help you look. Bowser and Luigi begin to turn the room upside down, at least as much as they could in the Mario-themed jumble of stuff that covered most of the area. Though doing this, they find 2 more dust outlines associated with missing expensive items Luigi owns, a double star card and a hidden block. The latter item was extremely hard for them to track down, but they managed to find it. So it was probably Rosalina who took it, because she was the one that was hurting for money, right? I don't know if she's the one who killed Mario, but, I mean, it's possible. I think so far at least, Peach and Rosalina are the two most suspicious ones. Peach because they were obviously having, you know, marital issues. We just don't know exactly how far that went, but even, like, Daisy confirmed that Mario was not a nice guy after they got married. So that's a motive right there. And then Rosalina, motive obviously is because he wasn't giving her money, so maybe she stole these items, and then maybe Mario caught her and she killed him. I mean, it's a possibility. So those are just my guesses so far with the information that we've been given anyway. But let's keep playing. Someone came in here and stole the stuff that was yours. Luigi looks extremely distressed by this information. Why couldn't they have taken the Mario posters? Probably because your stuff was valuable. It doesn't look like they were grabbing stuff randomly. They knew what to take. Well, I hope they like those things. I know I did. Don't worry, Luigi. We'll probably end up finding those things for you. Really? It's probably linked to the case somehow, so we'll track it down, probably. Luigi looks very much relieved by this. Oh, well, thank you. That would be really great. Don't get too excited, but you're welcome in advance. Rings of dust added to journal. Cool. Alright, you, Daisy, and Waluigi. What's going on with you, Daisy, and Waluigi? Luigi starts to quiver rapidly, his eyes widening. Waluigi? Who's Waluigi? I asked about all of them. Oh, yeah. Who's asking? I am. I'm asking you. Oh. There's a moment where Luigi and Bowser just stare at each other in silence. What's happening? Why is everyone quiet now? Does anyone know if there's any water in here? This is your house, Luigi. Oh, right. Another pause. Bowser gets the feeling that he probably wouldn't learn much from this, from asking Luigi directly. Besides the fact that Luigi is clearly hiding something. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Luigi's shoulders immediately relax, dropping about 2 inches in height. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm sorry about your bro. I'm sorry too. I don't know why you killed him. I feel like I'm a broken record here. So sorry. It's just that your history, I know. Everyone is a historian now. But Mario was a good bro. I'll miss him. Bowser takes a look around the room, taking in all the Mario merchandise. He really must have been some guy for you to decorate an entire room in your house just for honoring him. Is that what the room is full of? I wouldn't know, because you didn't describe it in detail to me like I asked earlier. Luigi laughs at this, which seems to momentarily melt away some of his fear. Actually, he set all of this up. Every room in the house is a little like this, but this one is my bedroom, so it has basically the most stuff. He really took a lot of pride in all the good that he was doing, so he told me I should look at it every day and be inspired by his coolness. He didn't ask you first? He just filled your house with his stuff. Oh, I didn't have a problem with it or anything. But no, he didn't ask. From the way he says that last part, Bowser gets the feeling that maybe Luigi did have a little bit of a problem with it. He sounds like he was kind of a jerk to you. This seems to strike the fear back in Luigi's mannerisms. No, he was super nice. Name one thing he's done for you in the past 5 years. Luigi stands for about 10 seconds, seemingly attempting to give Bowser's request a good hard think before sighing. Daisy says the same thing. What, that your brother was a jerk? Basically, and I don't know, I just have known him for a long time, you know. He's my bro. I'll love him forever. But he paused for a moment as if looking for the right words to use. He used to be such a good bro, always looking out for me, frighten bad guys like you. But after some time, he just seemed like he lost sight of who he was. He didn't seem like the bro I knew anymore. Daisy kept trying to get me to tell him off, to bring the old Mario back, but... He starts to tear up again. I just didn't have it in me to let him know he needed to change. And now he's dead, and I can't tell him anything anymore. Aw. That sounds really, really rough. Bowser's lack of being able to read the room with any kind of empathy seems to sober Luigi up from his emotional state and get him back to being frightened. Anything else you wanted to know? I'll tell you anything. Let's do this one first. What do you want to know about Rosalina's art? Bowser hands the letter he found in the study to Luigi. This between my bro and Rosalina, right? Yeah. So why are you asking me? You should just ask Rosalina. Why was it in your study, though, if it was between Mario and Rosalina? But my bro was here over a lot. He used to study way more than I did, so he probably left it there accidentally. So you don't know anything about this, about how Rosalina has been begging Mario for money. I just kind of keep to myself. I wouldn't know anything about Rosalina Mario. Okay, thanks anyway. Daisy is looking for you. Luigi's face turns pale. She is? Yeah, do you want me to? Don't tell her where I am. I figured he would say that. Why shouldn't I? She's your girlfriend. She deserves to know where you're at. Luigi thinks on that for a moment, then sighs. I know. She can just be a little overbearing, you know? She constantly wants to be around me. She's constantly telling me what to do in every aspect of my life. It never stops unless what? Unless I hide. Like this. Ah, okay. Don't get me wrong, I like her a lot. I just... He looks like he's about to say something and then stops himself. A million different thoughts look to be floating in his eyes. I like her a lot. That's the end of what I was going to say. But I still shouldn't tell her where you're at. Yeah. Alright, that's it for now, Luigi. If anyone asks where I am, tell them I'm grieving and I just want to be alone. He disappears back into the Mario figure pile from whence he came. Who are we talking to next? Alright. We'll do Waluigi next. Waluigi. I feel like there's something going on between him and Luigi. I agree. I feel like that's the move right now. I hope so. And if there's time, maybe I could get some pointers on how to get people to like me around here more. You know, for the future. Right, assuming you don't get arrested for this. They'll arrest me over my dead body. Or Mario's, I guess. Bowser stomps away, Goomba metaphorically by his side, driven by his thirst for answers and his desire to not be the bad guy anymore, as he pursues the infamous Man in Purple. Was that a Five Nights at Freddy's reference? Bowser finds... no, they're talking about Waluigi. Anyway, Bowser finds Waluigi in the bathroom. This room is enormous and opulent, screaming of the riches that Luigi has. Quartz countertops, a sparkling toilet, and a large pool-sized bath are the main gleaming features of this room. He looks pensive, sad even. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a day and I completely forgot what voice I did for him. Oh, hey Bowser. Hey Waluigi, what an event to reunite at, huh? The bad guys back together at the death of Mario. There would be a time where I would have celebrated this. You probably would have too, but I'm good now, I think. Yes. Everyone thinks you're pretty good, huh? So, how'd you do it? How'd you get them to like you? Bowser in his ranting is now finally realizing Waluigi is distracted by something. His mind is elsewhere. Everything all good? You aren't actually sad about Mario dying, are you? No, of course not. I mean, yes, but... He pauses. Have you seen Luigi anywhere? He's hiding, but I found him. He told me to tell everyone he's grieving and doesn't want to see anyone. I see. If he eventually does want to see someone, tell him to come to our spot. I have something to talk to him about. Your spot? You mean here? Talk about what? Waluigi smiles, but doesn't give an answer. What are you doing here? I thought you would be strung up and hung by now. Not yet. I'm trying to prove my innocence. How interesting. Who would think that you wouldn't be the one to kill Mario? Me. I think that. So do me. So I'm guessing you're going to ask me some questions now, huh? To try and see if I was the murderer. You got it. I mean, I'm not good at voices anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be terrible no matter what voice I do. Alright, what's your alibi? We were all eating dinner in the dining room together. I was sitting next to Luigi, and, well, he was being so... He seems to catch himself on something and stops talking. We were all talking, and I was just talking to Luigi, normally. Sure. Anyways, the power went out, probably around 8 o'clock, if I had to guess, since that's what Daisy's watch said right before the lights turned out. I don't remember seeing Daisy wearing up. She's wearing one, I promise. I just have Luigi on my mind for some reason. Silly me, but I digress. The power went out with a sudden flash. It was extremely jarring. We sent Rosalina up to find the fuse box, since Luigi told us he didn't know where it was in the house. He's just so carefree like that, I guess. Are you super close with Luigi or something? I thought you guys were enemies. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to sound like they're in a relationship or something. And that's what they're trying to hide. We're definitely not enemies. He catches himself again. But we're not close either. Right, so what happened after that? Luigi said he was getting scared, so I accompanied him to this bathroom here to help him calm down. You made it all the way here in the dark. It was a struggle, but I know my way around his house pretty well. I'm here a lot for all the Mario parties. So you and Luigi were together for the whole time? Yes. What did you do? Nothing. I just helped calm him down about the dark. Then the lights came back on and we heard Peach screaming, so we ran to her and found Mario. Together. That's right. You guys arrived together. It would be weird if we didn't, since we were together the whole time. So if I asked Luigi, he would say the same thing. Most definitely. It's not like anything happened. We were just in the bathroom together in the dark. Funny thing is that I did ask Luigi, and he said he wasn't with anyone. How strange. I guess he forgot. He forgot. Yes, he can be very forgetful. That's all you're going to give me on that. That he forgot that he met with you. Yes. Mighty suspicious, Waluigi. Where were you when the lights turned back on? Still in the bathroom with Luigi. And when did that happen? 9 o'clock. I saw the time on Daisy's. He sputters, losing his words for a moment. I guessed the time. I'm really good at guessing the time. When we heard Peach scream, we rushed over to the dining room. Think that she had hurt herself or something of that nature. Nothing could have prepared us for the truth, though. Alright, I think that's all I need on that. What was your relationship with Mario like? I won't lie to you, Bowser. It was tenuous at best, but you already know that. I do. Of course. Both of us were rivals of Mario at some point or another, and while that rivalry may fade, it never fully goes away. Why do you say that? You seem pretty well integrated into the group. Waluigi chuckles. Oh, that's because you've only seen me around them with Mario's dead. Mario definitely had it out for me. He was always finding ways to prod at my life. Explain. Well, for starters, he bought the tennis arena I play at. There's no point in him owning a tennis arena other than to constantly bug me with his face on ads and his constant menacing presence at games, but he did it anyway. Because of the terrible way he runs the place, so much of our staff has quit. The arena is in constant state of disarray, and audiences are starting to dwindle. What's worse is that he doesn't care. It feels like this is starting to, poke fun. I just realized this, but I think it's starting to poke fun that, anytime something Mario-related is mentioned, It's always Mario's face, you know? Kind of like with Pokemon, it's always Pikachu as like the mascot of the franchise. It's kind of the same with Mario, I guess. So I think that's what they're starting to poke fun at. I just caught on to that. That's pretty clever. All right. So they're trying to act like it's Mario that's doing all the advertising instead of, you know, Nintendo or whatever. He knew it was my career, and he was trying to butt himself into my success story, but by doing so, he ruined the place I love while doing so. Wow, that's a lot. But I put up with it for him. For Mario, why? No, not Mario, for... Once more, Waluigi seems to stop himself from saying too much. No one, I don't know why I said that. If you were to ask me, this seems like a pretty good motive to kill Mario. Get him off your back, especially since, you know, there was no person whatsoever involved in your life you were putting up with it for. Waluigi smiles wryly. Perhaps it is. I'll leave it to you to decide, Detective. You're missing a glove. Waluigi looks unsurprised by this observation. I suppose I am. Do you know where it went? No, I guess I lost it somewhere. I guess. I'll keep an eye out for it then. Waluigi smiles tightly. Let me know if you find it. There's something in the way that he says this that gives Bowser a strange feeling, as if there's more that's going on than meets the eye, much more than just potentially Waluigi and Luigi having some quality time together in the dark. Investigate the room. Bowser looks around the room for any kind of clue. He finds one pretty easily. It's a pristine bathroom, after all, so anything strange is immediately pretty apparent. What's this? A sock on the ground? He takes a closer look. It's a white tube sock with a green L emblazoned on it. Waluigi watches as Bowser examines the sock with mild interest. Ah, you found Luigi's sock. It's Luigi's. How can you tell? I forgot you're a little simple. It's got a green L on it. That's his little symbol. Do you know any reason why it would be here? Not really. It's his house. He can leave a sock or two around if he wants to. This bathroom is so clean, though. It feels weird to just have a random sock on the ground to play in a place this nice. Stranger things have happened. I'm taking a picture of it anyway, for evidence. Do what you feel you must do. Tube sock added to journal. Can I check your pockets? For the first time in this conversation, Waluigi's relaxed, charismatic persona seems to falter. He stuffs his hands in his pockets. Now, you don't even want to know why I'm asking. I figure it has something to do with your investigation. So you do realize it's not just showing him... I think I'm using like the same voice for Goomba and Waluigi, but that's whatever. So you do realize it's not showing him what you have in there is pretty suspicious. I just don't have anything in there. There's no point. So why not just empty them out? Show us you don't have anything in there. Waluigi shrugs. Sorry, I'm not able to help anymore. I just don't think it's that important to know whether or not I do not have anything in my pockets. Let's move on. Okay. What do you know about Rosalina's art? Bowser hands the letter to Waluigi. He begins to read it over, twirling his mustache as he does so. I found this in the study. Any thoughts? Other than that I sympathize with Rosalina, and that solidifies my opinion of Mario being a rich, snobby little man who doesn't appreciate modern art? No. I'm guessing you didn't know about this before. Oh, I hear rumors about everyone. I just didn't know this one was true until now. Thank you for that. No problem, I guess. Okay. Done here, looks like, so... For some reason... Oh, there it goes. Okay. Come on. Okay. Hang tight, Waluigi. You'll see me again. Probably. See you later, alligator. Watch it, pal. I'm a Koopa, not some lowly gator. Who are we headed to next? Rosalina. Rosalina. Why not? She's got that weird, mysterious vibe about her. Let's see what's going on with that. Bowser prowls the mansion looking for the guardian of space, the mother of Lumos, and hopefully some answers with Goomba's sage advice at the ready. Bowser walks into the dining room. This room seems relatively standard for a creepy mansion. A sparkling cobwebbed chandelier hangs above a long cedar wood dining table directly below it in the center of the room, with the high-backed chairs surrounding the table and half-eaten plates of food sitting on it. He quickly spots Rosalina standing in a corner with her cell phone to her ear. She eyes him as he approaches her, but doesn't stop talking. Yes, all right, thank you. I'm going to hang up now because he's here. Yep, Bowser, yes, no. I'm perfectly capable of protecting myself if he attacks. I'll call you if he does. All right, bye now. She lowers her phone, attempting to stuff it in her bulging purse. It doesn't even seem like it will fit. I'm guessing that was the police. Yes. And you told them it was me. Yes. Even though your only evidence is my history, or whatever. Rosalina gives up on putting her cell phone back in her purse and sets it on the table. What do you want? To prove my innocence. I don't care. Aren't you like a mother or something? Isn't this a bad lesson to teach your Luma kids? I'm the mother of Lumas, yes. And no, I think this is a great lesson. The guy who stole all the energy from our spaceship and essentially the universe, which almost stranded me and my children in the depths of space, gets his karmic comeuppance? I don't know. So you don't even care if it wasn't me. You just want me to suffer. Sure, why not? You have to believe me when I say I've changed. I'm trying to be good now, just like you guys. Like I said, I don't care. You wouldn't mind if I asked some questions then. Rosalina doesn't say anything. Bowser assumes that's better than a no. Alright. So what's your alibi? Power line went out around 8. I was the only one with any kind of light source with my Luma, so I asked to go find the fuse box to turn it back on. Luigi is in EPS, so he didn't know where it was, so I had to find it. I did that, turned the power back on, heard Peach scream, Mario is dead, the end. Slow down. Where did you find the fuse box? In Luigi's bedroom, on the very top floor. How long did it take you to find that? She pauses, thinking about this for a moment. Let's see. I turned on the power around 9, I think. I got a look at a clock as I was heading back downstairs, so however long that would be. An hour! 8 to 9 is an hour, Rosalina. Can you hang up on him again, please? Goomba, chill. Rosalina, it took you a whole hour to find the fuse box. What did you think I was doing, killing Mario? It's a big house, and I was the only one looking. Of course it took me an hour. Did you see anyone around while you were looking for the fuse box? She shakes her head. I wasn't paying attention to anyone else. I was really just focused on finding the fuse box. And you were the only one with any kind of light. No one else could see anything. To my knowledge, I was the only one. It was so dark inside the house, if he didn't have a light, I wouldn't have been surprised that Mario wasn't murdered at all. He might have just tripped and hit his head on something and was left to bleed out. You say this, and yet you still call the police and tell them it was me. It wouldn't be that terrible if you got falsely incriminated. You've committed enough crimes against humanity to warrant that. Have I? You are pretty wicked, boss. Not anymore. I'm a good guy. I am. Right. Alright, what was your relationship with Mario like? Professional. He saved me in the depths of space from your clutches and invited me down to the Mushroom Kingdom when things settled. I've been here mingling with his circle down here ever since. No strong feelings whatsoever. She pauses ever so slightly, a blip in her rapid-fire, blunt responses thus far. Not that I can recall, no. Why are you even here then? You seem like you're just acquaintances. I get along with Peach. That makes sense. You guys probably bonded over how much you hated me. Rosalina frowns. Not everything is always about you, but yes, that was what we sparked our friendship. We got to talking more and we realized we had a lot of things in common. Like? Our taste in art. She liked my work, and I enjoyed her feedback and critique. I didn't know you arted. Artist, boss. It's called being an artist. I create paintings, like the one I was doing in my storybooks for the Lumas. Mostly abstract now, but Peaches have been on the ride with me the whole time. It's too bad that... She trails off suddenly. It's too bad that what? Rosalina shoots a sharp glare at him. It's too bad that you're wasting my time now. Otherwise, I could be in the room with her, consoling her, while she grieves the death of her husband. She recovered quickly, but Bowser gets the sense that she almost said something she shouldn't have. Mario stopped funding her art, most likely, is what she was going to say, something like that. It would be my guess, anyway. Investigate the room. Bowser begins to rummage around the room, looking for clues. Rosalina watches him warily, her hand hovering over her cell phone. Have you seen any clues in here? Clues? What do you mean by clues? You know, bloody daggers, poison shrooms, the like. Anything that would be suspicious. I have not seen any bloody daggers in here, no. In his hasty search, Bowser accidentally knocks himself into the table, shifting all the plates slightly towards the opposite edge. Whoa, whoops. What was a slight accident suddenly turns into a lucky surprise, however. The plates move under the table, revealed what was stored underneath one of them. Rosalina picks up the newly revealed item and inspects it under the light of the chandelier. Huh, why would a pen light be under a plate? A pen light? Do you not know what that is? I do, but could you explain what it is to me anyway? It's a small portable flashlight. We use them a lot on my spaceship observatory when we read stories in the library. It's like a pen, but it doesn't write, although this one looks slightly different than the ones I've seen before. Can someone describe it to me a little more? I'm trying to draw a picture of it for my clue journal I'm keeping here. Shh, Goomba. How does it look different? Well, let's see if my suspicions are correct. First, Rosalina pops up the cap of the pen light, produces a piece of paper from her purse, and begins to write with the tip. Dark green ink seeps into the page as she scribbles. She nods and then clicks a button, triggering a bright point of light to emit from the writing tip. So? It's an interesting pen light for sure. It seems to operate as a flashlight and a pen on the end of the pen. Usually pen light implies a flashlight that's portable and the size of a pen, not actually a pen and a light. It's kind of a rare find. So you're saying it's like a flashlight? Yes, that's what I just said. And if someone had this on them while the lights were off, they probably would have been able to navigate around the mansion just fine. Oh, I see where you're going with this. So, whoever had that pen light was able to move around just fine during the dark, but then hid it under a plate later. Sounds pretty suspicious. Guess you should have hidden it better, Bowser. Hardy har. I'm going to find the real owner, Rosalina. You just wait. Pen light added to journal. Suspicious. So, I'm thinking Rosalina did steal from Luigi, and that's what she's trying to hide, but I don't think that she killed Mario over it. Like, it seems like everybody's been given a reason, really, to not like Mario. Except for maybe Daisy. Daisy just seems like, okay. Maybe he doesn't like her because he's bad for Peach or whatever, but anyway, let's keep playing. We're not finished yet. We'll speculate later. I don't know if it's going to give us the option to accuse somebody or if it's going to do it for us, but we'll see. Alright, I found Luigi's sock in the bathroom. And do you have any thoughts? Only that he should wash his socks better. White socks don't have to be filthy on the soles. I don't wear socks, so I guess I wouldn't know. That's it. Can I check your purse? Rosalina blinks, a rare purse, and her immediate no-nonsense responses. Oh. Why would I even entertain that? Luigi had some stuff go missing from his bedroom. They were all expensive items, and since you were there for the fuse box and your purse is clearly full. What are you implying? Help me make this make sense. If you have nothing to hide, you should just show me what's in there. I think you're full of it. So do I. Well, I guess you'll just have to accept that I don't want your grimy claws over my purse. I hope you can understand how I feel. I mean, you could just, like, open the flap and show us. He doesn't have to touch it. Oh, I'm definitely starting to understand something now. How's your art career going? Bowser displays the letter he found in the study to her. She pales as she realizes what its contents are and quickly tries to snatch it from his grasp. He yanks it out of reach, folding it neatly back into his coat pocket. It seems like you do not know. Want to explain? That was a private letter. You shouldn't have seen that. Where did you find it? Explain first, then I'll give you your answers. Rosalina's expression becomes more pensive. It's true that Mario was my benefactor for a time, and it was also true that I was living modestly for a short while, but that's an old letter. I have no need for his support anymore. How did you manage that? It seemed like getting Mario's help seemed pretty important to you. I figured it out. Sold some pieces. I'm very much fine now. I would really appreciate it if you didn't show anyone else that letter, though. It's a tad embarrassing. I was at a low point when I wrote that. Alright. I'm off to go question some of the others. Thank you for your tolerating me. You're not welcome. Who's next on their interrogation circuit? Oh, okay. So it looks like once you find the item or whatever, you can go back and question them about it, and then it checks them off the list. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna save here. Let's just go back and see. Let's go back and talk to Peach. Bowser heads back to the room with the crime scene, phone clutched in hand, hoping to get some answers from the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. You're back. How wonderful. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of new things now. I found Luigi's sock in the bathroom. Oh. Yeah. And why are you telling me this? Because, I don't know, you have any idea why it was there? Do I know why Luigi would leave a sock in his own bathroom? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he left it there after taking a bath. Maybe he took it randomly. Who cares? It just seems like an important blah blah blah. I don't care if it's so important to you. You should just ask Luigi about it. Is this your pin light? Is this your pin light? Peach leans in to get a better look at the dim light of the room. Nope. Do you know whose it is? Daisy's, maybe? It's got our country's signal on the cap, and no one else is from Sarasa Land, so I assume it's hers. You've never, ever seen it before? I don't think so, no. You're sure? I told you, I don't know. I'm not an expert on random pins, but it doesn't mean anything to me, so no. I just want to make sure you're remembering what you're saying right now. You have no memories connected to this pin light whatsoever. Did the pin light kill Mario or something? What is this about? Nothing. Thank you. You're a weird guy. Can I check your purse? Why? I think someone was stealing some stuff from Luigi's bedroom. I'm just checking everyone's purses and pockets. That sounds really like a really fancy way of saying you're robbing me. But I'm not. That's a bad idea, though. She probably has really good Goomba. I swear I'm not Peach. Fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. You can take it all. Peach empties out her purse, the items scattering all over the carpet. A few land in the now enormous pool of blood that has accumulated beneath Mario's head. Bowser gathers all the items, shaking off blood as needed. 5 gold coins, a pair of double dice, and a pack of cigarettes. You couldn't even buy a star with that chump change. Yeah, this tells us nothing. Bowser attempts to hand Peach back her items, but she shakes her head and takes a step away. I mean, at least she was willing to show us. I meant what I said. Take them, or if you don't want them, just leave them on the floor. I don't want them back like that. Bowser looks at the blood now dripping from his hands, shakes it off, and gingerly places the items back on the carpet. What do you know about Rosalina's art? What do you think about Rosalina's art? What an odd question. You're aware that my husband is lying dead at her feet. Yeah. And yet you still ask about Rosalina's art career? I found a letter in the study from Rosalina to Mario that was talking about it. She mentioned that you were a fan, but Mario wasn't. That is true. She puts her cigarette to her lips and exhales a soft puff of smoke. It was actually the last thing we talked about, oddly enough. You and Rosalina. No, me and Mario. When the lights turned out and everyone left us, we began talking. Just about minor things, you know, like we do. And then Rosalina came up. Naturally, of course, she had been practically begging for money from Mario all night at this point. And that's when you ended up arguing about. That's what made him leave the room. Yes. Such a small, trivial thing to get upset about, but we managed to make almost every conversation an argument, no matter how silly. He was so staunchly opposed to supporting Rosalina, despite all the wealth we obviously have. Did he say why? Oh, it was always the same. We're not a charity, he would say. If she thinks she's all that, then she can support her own career. That sounds weird coming from him. I really thought he only said, let's go, and wahoo. He did very much enjoy saying those phrases. But he also enjoyed telling me how much we should not financially support her. I disagreed, of course. I thought her work was fantastic, truly a breath of fresh air, a revived Jackson Pollock in the fresh. But Mario had control of the finances, so she was cut off. She pauses for a moment. Oh, I suppose I could financially support her now, since, you know, my husband is dead. That's true. It seems you may actually be able to pin this murder on someone else after all. That's an excellent motive for Rosalina, isn't it? Maybe. I don't know. I still don't think she did it. Rosalina, I mean. I don't know about Peach. I don't know. I don't know, man. They're all in on it together. They all did it. They're all guilty. I'm done here. I'll see you later, Peaches. I hope to see you too, King Koopa. Oh? See you leaving this place in handcuffs. Who you gonna talk to next, boss? Alright, let's go back to Daisy, I guess. I wonder if Daisy found Luigi yet. Probably not. Let's see, though. Bowser steels himself, striding down the hallway in search of the Princess of Sarasaland. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. With Goomba on the line and the time until his arrest ticking down. Back to kill me. Close. I just have some more questions for you. Killing me with questions. Depends on your answers. Found Luigi's sock in the bathroom. That makes sense. What do you mean by that? I find various articles of his clothing in bathrooms all the time, no matter where we go. He's told me why. Why? He's a little pee shy. What does that have to do with taking off his socks? He says it feels like the clothes are watching him, so sometimes he has to take them off. It takes him a while to hide them well, though, and sometimes he has to call another person in there to hide it for him. Do you believe that? I trust my Luigi Poo implicitly. Hopefully he feels the same way. Have you ever helped him hide his clothes before? It would be weird of me to go into the men's restroom, so it's usually just whoever's around. And who is that, usually? Waluigi, always. Uh, her lips tighten as she says his name, her eyes unfocusing. It looks like she's thinking about something and hard. Right. Her eyes refocus and her smile returns. He's so helpful to Luigi. I'm glad he's around when my baby needs him. Yeah. Is this your pen light? Daisy's eyes widen. Yeah, it's mine. Where did you find it? In the dining room. It was under one of the plates. That's so weird. I usually always keep it on me. Why was it there then? I'm almost certain I lent it to Peach. She tucks her tongue. I can't believe she would just leave it laying around like that, though. It's a really nice pen and a good flashlight. A good combo item, if you will. She gasped, as if she just came to a realization. Oh man, that would have been really useful when the power went out. That's true. It's technically another flashlight, right? Yeah, that would have made finding Luigi a whole lot easier for me. Too bad it was sitting under a plate the whole time. It almost feels like someone was trying to hide it. Yeah, it's a little strange. Do you mind if I hold on to it while I'm investigating? Sure, I mean, no, I don't mind. As long as it helps your investigation. See, if Peach did it, and if she was trying to hide it, why wouldn't she just give it back to Daisy? Because, I mean, it's Daisy's pen. That would have been much less suspicious than trying to hide it. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'm definitely thinking that Peach is the most suspicious right now. I think Rosalina stole the items from Luigi's manor, and that's why she's acting suspicious. Waluigi and Luigi, I think, are a couple or something behind Daisy's back, and that's why they're suspicious. Daisy, I think she's probably been the least suspicious so far, but who knows? I mean, you know, I'm not an expert at this. This is my educated guess, though. I'm thinking Peach is looking the most suspicious at this point anyway, though. But we'll keep playing, because we still got options. There is a strain in her voice as she says this. The pen seems to have some sentimental value to her. Don't worry, I won't break it or anything. Yeah, of course. It's clear she doesn't believe that. Can I check your purse? Huh? Why do you want to do that? I think the killer may have put poison in everyone's pockets and purses, maybe. Really? Don't panic. I have an antidote that I found, and before Bowser can finish speaking, Daisy has already dumped the contents of her purse onto the floor and began to kick them away with her shoe, while frantically wiping her hands on her dress. Am I gonna die? Are all my things covered in poison? Calm down. Let me check. Bowser kneels on the floor and takes a look at the items. All that seems to have been dumped is a half-eaten super mushroom and cursed dice block. What's in there? False alarm. They're all good. Oh, phew. Bowser hands her back her things. Bowser, what was in there? Tell me. I'm writing down all the clues. Huh? Ignore him, Daisy. You have to be more careful. The only reason you were saved from the poison was because your super mushroom and your cursed ice block worked together to act as the antidote. I thought you were saying you found the antidote somewhere. He found the antidote and the cursed ice block and the blooper mushroom are all also the antidote. So there are two different antidotes. I don't have a blooper mushroom. I have a super mushroom. I said that. Super. I said that, not blooper. You misheard me. Silly. Okay. Thanks for your help, Daisy. Good luck with proving your innocence. Who do you want to talk to now? Alright. I'm heading back to Luigi, I think. Gotta ask some more questions. Don't scare him too much. He might pass out or something. Bowser storms down the hallway, Goomba chattering away on speaker, hoping to reveal the secrets the man in green is hiding. Bowser approaches the heap of Mario memorabilia once more. Luigi jumps in shock as Bowser enters the room, clearly caught off guard. Beep! You're back! I have some more questions. Ooh, all the questions. While Luigi is looking for you. Huh? I said while Luigi is looking for you. He wants He said he wants to speak with you about something and to meet him and you guys' spot, whatever that means. He's looking for who? You. Why are you getting so weird about this? Luigi freezes and looks like he swallowed something. Sorry, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Well, he's looking for you. Don't tell him where I am. Why not? Luigi swallows again. Because there's a great long pause where Bowser seems to be expecting Luigi to elaborate on this. Because... What were we talking about again? I forgot. This is going nowhere. Ask him something else. I found your sock in the bathroom. Luigi tenses up. Your sock. I found it. How do you know it's my sock? It has a giant green L on it. Do you know why it was there? I take my socks off to pee sometimes. It helps. Helps? Helps with what? There are so many people with L's on clothing. Like Waluigi. He has a backwards L on all his clothing. Do you not agree with me? Just trying to remember who that is. Bowser takes a look at Luigi's feet. His pants cover most of his ankle area, but Bowser can just barely see that one of Luigi's feet is missing a sock. Okay. Thanks, Luigi. Happy to help. Is this your pen light? As soon as Bowser takes out the pen light, Luigi takes a step back, his eyes wide with shock. Where did you get that? Did you kill Daisy? Whoa. What? No. Then how do you have that? I found it in the dining room under one of the plates. That's really weird. Tell me why. Well, that's Daisy's special pen. It was a gift from her grandma before she passed. I never thought she would ever leave it sitting out. I just around for anyone to take. She usually has it on her. You don't think she'd lend it to anyone? No, never. Are you sure? If you really want to know, you should ask her yourself. She'd know better than I would, probably. So that's weird. So he's saying she'd never lend it out. So now it's looking like Daisy's being suspicious. This is confusing, man. I don't even know. Alright, that's it for now, Luigi. If anyone asks where I am, to tell them I'm grieving and I just want to be alone. He disappears back into the Mario figure pile from whence he came. Why would Daisy want to kill Mario? I'm guessing because maybe to protect Luigi since he was being such a jerk to him all the time. I don't know. I thought she was being the least suspicious, but sometimes the least suspicious ones are the ones that are the masterminds. So, let's keep going. We got one more. We gotta do Waluigi. Let's go see what Waluigi is up to. Wonder if he ever found Luigi. Bowser stomps away, Goomba metaphorically by his side, driven by his thirst for answers and his desire to not be the bad guy anymore, as he pursues the infamous man in purple. Got some more questions for me, I presume. Is this your pen light? Waluigi takes the pen light and inspects it closely. No. You're sure? I'm pretty positive. This is a well-made pen light, and I do enjoy my reading, so if I had seen this before, I definitely would have remembered it. Do you know who it could belong to? The emblem on the cap looks like the sigil of Daisy's monarch family in Rosalina. Perhaps you should ask her about it. Alright. Hang tight, Luigi. Waluigi, you'll see me again, probably. See you later, alligator. Watch it, pal. I'm a Koopa, not some lowly gator. Alright, let's save. Finish investigation. Okay. You get the feeling that by clicking this button, you will not get to ask anyone else any more questions. You should have a general prediction about who the killer is. Are you sure you would like to proceed? I'm ready. It's either Peach or Daisy, I think. As Bowser makes his way down the hallway once more, Heading towards his next suspect, he feels a sudden tap on his shoulder. Whipping around, Bowser spins to face Waluigi, arms up in a defensive stance. Don't touch. Oh, it's just you. Sorry. Didn't mean to startle you. What's going on? Could you tell everyone to gather in the murder room? I have a confession to make. Does that have something to do with the murder? Waluigi smiles. It's not the same as the wistful, charming expressions he was flashing earlier. However, this one is tighter. Yes, please get everyone to the room as soon as you can. Before Bowser can ask anything more, Waluigi swiftly turns away and walks towards Mario's trophy room, disappearing through the door. Do you think he's going to confess to the crime, or something else? I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. Bowser spends the next few minutes attempting to convince the rest of the Mario Party crew to come downstairs back to the meeting room. He eventually gets all of them to comply, and everyone finds themselves back at the scene of the crime once more. Thank you, Bowser, for finding everyone so quickly. No problem. I think I'm on the clock, so I move fast. He glances at Rosalina. She waggles her cell phone at him with a smirk. I would like to apologize to all of you, especially you, Bowser, as I lied straight to your face, and to you, Luigi. He and Luigi share a long look. Their eyes seem to communicate more than words ever could. Because I killed your brother. Oh? The entire room erupts with gasps. What? I come clean to you now because the guilt of my horrible crime weighs heavily on me. After Bowser interrogated me about my alibi, I had a good hard think about my life. About how I would be lying to myself if I didn't feel like living every moment, trying to cover my tracks, trying to keep my horrible deeds unknown to others, to neglect the people that are closest to me of the cold, hard truth. He continues to stare at Luigi as he says this. Luigi wrings his hands, avoiding making eye contact, instead opting to look at the corpse of his deceased brother. So I confess to the murder. I was sick of Mario taking over my beloved tennis arena. His constant presence was sickening to me, so I wished it to be gone. And the most efficient way to do that was to get rid of him as person permanently. Waluigi reaches into his right pocket and tosses something to the floor. The missing glove, drenched in dried blood, reveals itself to the room. Any questions, or would you prefer to just arrest me? Wait, Waluigi! Before he can finish, Peach jumps up and launches herself forward over Mario's body, tackling Waluigi to the ground. Somebody help me restrain him! Wait a second. Let's encourage Luigi to talk. I mean, Waluigi was turning himself in. Why do we need to restrain him? I think Peach is overreacting a little bit. Yeah, encourage Luigi to talk. Luigi, say what you want to say. Luigi's eyes shift from the floor to Waluigi. Suddenly, a surge of newfound courage sears in his pupils. He strides over to Peach, and with a mighty heave, pushes her off of Waluigi. Ah! Luigi, what are you doing? Luigi turns to face her, a fiery blaze of defiance gleaming in his eyes. Waluigi can't have done it because we were having an affair. The whole room erupts in a simultaneous gasp once again. Daisy looks genuinely horrified. No, this wasn't supposed to. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. He turns back to Waluigi, who looks at him with tears in his eyes. But I love him, and I don't want to hide it anymore. Oh, Luigi. Wait. What does Luigi and Waluigi having an affair have to do with anything? Because they were together the entire time the power went out, they can vouch for each other. I'm sorry I lied to you about my alibi and about the sock. It was mine, and it was weird that I was in the bathroom. I keep it very clean in there. Yeah, I knew something was off about it. I don't understand. Daisy, I know I betrayed your trust. I'm really sorry I did this to you. You don't have to forgive me, but I will try and make it up to you until the day I die. And to you, Waluigi, I'm sorry that I made you cover for me constantly. I know you wanted to be public, and I'm sorry I was too much of a coward to come clean to everyone until it was almost too late. Why did you even lie about killing Mario in the first place then, Waluigi? After we all dispersed, after Peach kicked us out of this very room, I found a note in my pocket along with a glove I had lost in the bathroom while Luigi and I were in there. Someone must have slipped them into my pocket while we were all huddled around the body. Bowser remembers what happened when he shook the rainwater off his top hat. That might have been my fault. They probably snuck the note in there when I splashed you with my top hat's rainwater. Yes, I suppose that would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. And look who initiated that perfect opportunity. What a coincidence. Bowser starts more eyes on him in the room. Their deep-rooted suspicion of him as the culprit is rising once again. Enough of this. He would have brought that up if he was the killer. Now, Waluigi, what was on the note? He reaches into his left pocket and begins to read. Waluigi, I know about your affair with Luigi. Confess to murdering Mario or I tell Daisy. It's blunt. But it got the point across. I was blackmailed. I knew how painful revealing our secret affair would be for Luigi. I wanted to talk about it with him and see what he thought we should do, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Luigi looks mortified as he hears this information. Oh, that's why you were looking for me. So, in trying to protect his legacy, I was willing to take the fall for killing his brother. Aw, that's sweet. What color is the ink on the blackmail letter? Dark green. Why? That confirms it. Bowser, I figured it out. I figured out who the real murderer is. You did? Who? It's so obvious. Why didn't we see it earlier? Just tell us who. It's... Oh no, my phone battery, it's dying. Bowser, you can figure it out. Remember the call suddenly drops. Why didn't he just say who it was? He has so much time to say it before his phone died. Well, it's a good thing I know who did it too. Oh, we gotta choose which of the girls did it. Oh gosh. So, my line of thought is, I'm gonna save because I could be wrong. I don't know about the green ink. I completely forget. That might have been a clue somewhere. But if it is a clue, it's not in the journal. I don't see anything about green ink. But my line of reasoning is, so I think Rosalina stole, but I don't think she's guilty of killing Mario. I don't think, anyway. Daisy, I don't think she would have been the one to blackmail Waluigi, because why would she? If she, she would be the one that Luigi would want to keep the information from. So I don't think it was her. I still think it was Peach, I think, but I could be wrong. I did save, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Bowser turns to point at Peach. It was you, Princess Peach. Once more, the whole room erupts in a chorus of gasps. I would never. Oh, but you did. You had the perfect cover and the perfect motive, being Mario's wife. I saw through that fake crying the second I asked you about your alibi, right after you had conspicuously kicked everyone out of the crime scene. It's true that we were a relationship with brief and few spurts of love, and yes, it's true that I was hamming it up a bit. I didn't care too much for Mario these days, but that doesn't mean I would kill him. Do you have any evidence to back any of this up? But of course, Peach waited for everyone to leave the dining room after the power went out. Then, after drumming up an argument about Rosalina's art she knew would lead to Mario to give her the silent treatment, she used the penlight she had borrowed from Daisy. Luigi interrupts, turning to Daisy. You lent your special penlight to Peach? Yeah, I did. But I wouldn't have if I knew she was going to kill someone with it. Yes, it was a terrible mistake. Anyways, Peach. But Daisy, I thought you would never let anyone else to take. Hey, I'm trying to explain how Peach did it. Please stop interrupting me. So sorry. Anyways, Peach used Daisy's pinlight to sneak off to the bathroom where she knew Waluigi and Luigi were going to be having an affair when she got there. And how did I know about the affair? They weren't being the greatest liars about it. I figured out something was off with them from the moment I saw Luigi run into that wall. Did everyone but me know this whole time? I mean, I didn't know, but I also wasn't really paying attention to Luigi and Waluigi. I was focused on my own problems. I didn't know either. I didn't know I was being blamed for something Bowser cuts her off. My turn to interrupt. Arriving at the bathroom, Peach stole one of Waluigi's gloves from off the floor and returned back to the dining room only to find that Mario had wandered off to his trophy room in the dark. This didn't deter Peach, in fact. It made her more resourceful as she backed up the large green shell on the wall and used it to crack Mario over the head, killing him once and for all. Peach then quickly wiped the blood on Waluigi's glove for the blackmail, returned to the dining room, hid the pinlight under a plate, kneeled down next to Mario and began to scream as soon as the lights turned on. Bowser crosses his arms, looking smug. Try and rebuke that, Peaches. But I didn't do it. I swear I'd never seen that pinlight before in my life. I don't know. It doesn't feel like enough pieces are adding up to this to make sense. How would Peach have known that Waluigi would even have a glove to blackmail him? How could she have slipped the blackmail to Waluigi's pocket since all the attention was on her and the body? Before Rosalina can get another word in, Peach flings herself at Bowser, rage filling her with adrenaline-filled strength. She tackles him to the ground, punching Bowser. I didn't do it! How dare you accuse me? Suddenly, what's left of the front door flings open and the police come pouring in. They subdue Peach, and after questioning everyone, agree that Peach was likely the killer, given the evidence that Bowser gave, her strong motive, and her obvious penchant for violence displayed on how she was so eager to tackle people. Things eventually wind down at the house. Everyone says their goodbyes, and Bowser finds himself outside Luigi's mansion once more, only this time he was headed home. Wow, that was an experience. I'm glad I figured out who the real killer was. Surely it was the same person Goomba was thinking of before his phone died. I can't wait to tell him about it at work tomorrow. Bowser pulls up his coat as much as he can to shield himself from the rain and begins to head home. The shreds of doubt that Rosalina sowed against Bowser's case still rest uneasily in his mind, but he figures he was probably right. After all, he's the good guy of this story, and good guys always get the girl in prison for her crimes, and Bowser definitely got the right girl. Right? Yeah. I guess we didn't. Yeah. Alright, so let's try again. Alright, we'll try Daisy then, I guess. Alright, let's go through each of you one by one. He strides over to Luigi, who looks at him with big, watery eyes. Luigi is the easiest one of you to roll out. Despite this weird burst of determination he showed here when he was screaming about his affair, he's at his core a coward. Hey, that's not... Luigi, shut up while the adults are talking. Okay, sorry. See, no backbone whatsoever. He couldn't even imagine speaking against his brother, so killing him, please, that was never an option. Bowser walks over to Waluigi. The hardest, coldest evidence about why Luigi couldn't do it, however, is the fact that Waluigi and him were together. Waluigi, did you ever have a moment where you lost Luigi? Waluigi shakes his head, smiling. I would never let him go. Daisy makes a dry, heaving, retching noise at this sapping statement. So the only viable suspects are Peach, Rosalina, and Daisy. Bowser's gaze shifts to Rosalina. Rosalina, you had a strong reason to kill Mario. Despite Peach wanting to support your career, Mario had control over their finances. He was the one responsible for cutting you off, causing you to fall into financial ruin. By getting rid of him, you would be eliminating a harsh critic and your money problems. But that was... Don't try to deny it by saying your bankruptcy was a long time ago. Peach and Daisy both confirmed all of your begging has been a recent, ongoing behavior of yours. He's right. That's right, and I said no when she asked me because it smelled like a scam given how desperate she seemed. I wouldn't have killed Mario over that, though. I agree. I mean, sure, I was a little broke, but there's no way in this universe that I would... Wait, what? You agree? Because you had a different plan on how to recoup your losses, would you empty out your purse for me? I don't, She looks around the room at the expecting faces, then sighs. You got me. Rosalina empties out her purse, a golden pipe, a double star card, and a hidden block, among dozens of other expensive items, all tumble onto the floor. That's all my stuff. You were the one who stole it from my room. Rosalina nods. Sorry, it was the most expensive stuff I could find in the house. Rosalina came to this Mario party with the intention of robbing you blind, Luigi. The power going out was extremely lucky for her because it gave her an excuse to be alone with no worries of being caught. That's why it took her so long to find the fuse box. She was busy finding good items to steal. Once she grabbed all she wanted, she turned the power back on, returning to you like nothing happened. I guess I should have been more tactical about it, though. Stealing all the items from that room where the fuse box was not smart in hindsight. Bowser begins to pace around the room, stepping over Mario's body as he does so. So now it's between Peach and Daisy. Since neither of them had a light source in their possession, and it would be impossible to accurately kill Mario in the pitch-black dark of the house, they would have needed to have this pin light. He pulls the fancy pin light out of his pocket. To get around, whoever had it most definitely killed Mario. He turns towards Peach. Peach, we'll start with you first. You certainly had the perfect motive for killing Mario. He was a spouse that wouldn't listen to you, regularly bullied his own brother, and was cruel to all your close friends. You also admitted to having a significant amount of time alone with Mario in your alibi. I did, yes. The fake crying you were putting on while I was interrogating you doesn't help your case much either. Why even pretend to be sad when you can't even shed a tear? It's true that maybe I'm not as torn up as I portrayed myself to be about Mario's death. I just thought it would be odd if I didn't cry, so I put on a tad bit of a show. But that's beside the point. Where's your evidence? I think you waited for everyone to leave the dining room after the power went out. Then, after drumming up an argument about Rosalina's art you knew would lead to Mario to give you the silent treatment, you snuck off to the bathroom where you knew Waluigi and Luigi were going to be having an affair. You stole Waluigi's discarded glove off the ground, killed Mario, wiped some blood on the gloves, planted it in Waluigi's pocket with the blackmail note when we were all distracted. And bing bang boom, a successful murder, and the books. All made possible using Daisy's pin light, which she said she lent to you. But she didn't. She never... Is what I would say if I didn't know one crucial detail about the pin light. He spins to Luigi, who jumps a little bit with a sudden eye contact. Tell everyone what you told me about Daisy's pin light when I showed it to you. Well, it's very special to her. She keeps it on her at all times. I don't think she would lend it to... Daisy interrupts him, slamming her hand over his mouth. This is stupid. Why are you trying to say I killed Mario? I didn't even know Luigi and Waluigi were having an affair. And the blackmail note threatened to tell me. You're right about that, Daisy. Partially. Huh? I just believe you found out about the affair earlier today than you've led us to believe you did. Here's what I think happened, Daisy, and correct me if I'm wrong about anything, although I'm pretty sure I'm not. When the power went out, Daisy did leave the room to find Luigi. What she lied about was that she didn't ever find him using her pin light. It was pretty easy to track him down, him and Waluigi in the bathroom. Enraged, she stole one of Waluigi's gloves off the floor hereby, intending to confront Luigi about his lies later. But then a better plan came to her, one that allowed her to kill two birds with one stone. Mario had been a constant thorn in her side, an ever-present imposing presence on her beloved Luigi. Getting rid of him and framing Waluigi would allow her to have Luigi Poo all to herself. So she quickly wrote a blackmail letter using her pin light and snuck off to find Mario, who was in the trophy room. Sneaking behind him in the darkness, she killed Mario with the ornamental green shell hanging on the wall, and then wiped some of the blood onto Waluigi's glove. The only hitch in her plan was, when the lights suddenly turned on, she had to sneak down the hallway away from the eyes of Peach, back through to the dining room, where she quickly had to find a place to hide the pin light, an item that she knew could potentially incriminate her. She then met with everyone in the room, sneaking the blackmail note and gloves into Waluigi's pocket when we were all huddled over the body, specifically when I accidentally splashed him with the rainwater from my hat. Anything to say for yourself? You got one thing wrong. Oh? I snuck the blackmail into Waluigi's pocket when everyone was distracted by Luigi running into the wall, not when you splashed water in his eyes. Once more, the whole room erupts in a chorus of gasps. So, you really killed him? Yes. But did I really do anything that wrong? I mean, all of us hated Mario in one way or another, right? And Waluigi, well, I feel like we could all take him or leave him. He used to be a bad guy after all. How could you do this? Luigi, I'm sorry, I killed your bro, but when I found out you were having an affair, well, let's just say that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I saw my opportunity to get rid of two of the people who were doing the most to keep us apart. So I took it. You're gonna say sorry to me too, right? For killing my husband? I could, but honestly, did you even like him that much anyway? It was complicated. See, and Rosalina, I know your life will be better now that Mario's gone. Don't you see, guys? I did us all a favor. You should be thanking me. But you were more than ready to pin the crime on me at the beginning. Well, yeah, because you're a bad guy. No one listens to you. Daisy turns to the rest of the group. We could still pin it on him now if you guys want to. Who would you really want to see to go to jail? The Princess of Rosalina, a noble monarch and a pro bono good guy? Or Bowser, the guy who was pillaging, kidnapping, and plundering our kingdoms for years on end before he showed up today, trying to persuade us that he's changed? The room pauses for a moment, seeming to ponder this. I would arrest you. As much as I hate Bowser, you can't just murder someone and get away with it. And you tried to frame me for the murder. What they said. Daisy blinks, clearly taken aback by this response. Oh, well... Daisy turns on her heel and starts bolting for the front door. Get her! Peach manages to tackle Daisy before she can escape, and the Mario Party crew manages to pin her down until the police came. After questioning everyone, the police fully agree that Daisy was the killer due to the strong evidence Bowser provided. Things eventually wind down at the mansion, and Bowser eventually finds himself outside the front door once more, facing the pouring rain. Just as he's about to head home, however, his phone rings just once more. He smiles and picks up the call. Hey, Goomba. I finally found a phone charger. Okay, anyways, the killer is... I know, we figured it out, was Daisy. Oh. She was taken away like an hour ago. It took you that long to find a phone charger? No, maybe. Yes. What do you say to me? What do you say me, you, and the Koopas go out for a drink right now, huh? To celebrate getting one of Mario's crew in jail. What happened to you wanting the good guys to like you? Shouldn't you be celebrating with them? Nah, the little exposure I got to their personal lives made me realize that maybe we were never the bad guys after all. They just kind of sucked. I know I was I was telling you to shut up a lot in there. Yeah, you were. But you believed in me when no one else would. You stayed on the call for the entire time I was running around the mansion. You were the one who gave me the idea to even start running around in the first place, telling me to investigate and all that. There's a bit of silence on the other side of the line. Goomba sounds like he's a little choked up. Aw. You're a real friend, Goomba. Yeah, I know. Of course I am, boss. You are too. How about those drinks, huh? Only if you're buying. Yay, good ending. They never explained the green ink, though. What was with the green ink? I don't get it. Did I miss something? I have no idea. Maybe I'll rewatch the video and catch it somewhere. That was good. I like that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the mystery aspects. All right. Let me take a drink and then we'll do a review. So, what did I like? I definitely liked the writing was really good. The mystery aspect was done well, which mystery is really hard to execute well, but I think this was done pretty good. I do have a little confusions about it, but all things considered, I think it was a pretty good attempt at least. And I'll save those confusions or whatnot for when I get to the constructive criticism. But anyway, moving on, more positives. I liked the different, even though this is basically really a fanfic, obviously the characters are very different from, well, not somewhat different at least from their actual counterparts, but I kind of like that. I think it kind of works well because it's a darker, more gritty, kind of obvious murder mystery. I think it makes sense to make the characters a little more mature, a little more gritty themselves. So I think it actually works pretty well. And honestly, you could even though this is a Mario thing, you could easily just change the names of the characters and it'd still be, and it'd feel very unique, its own thing. But I think having the characters, you know about their backstory, you know about Bowser's history with Mario and all that. So it actually does work, I think, well, making this a fanfic, kind of. Even if it's very different from what you would expect a Mario fanfic to be, I think that worked well. Enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So, maybe that's not as much as a compliment as I think it is, but I was a little I wasn't sure what to expect from it, but I enjoyed it more than I thought that I was. Anyway, character art was nice. I really liked at the end when Bowser revealed how he came to the conclusion that it was Daisy, and then they started to show images of how Daisy committed the murder. That was really interesting, and I think that was really well executed. I think the structure of the visual novel was very nice as well. Getting to question everyone and then getting to go back and question them again as we found more clues and stuff. All right, and then let's get into the constructive criticisms. I said I had some confusions, mostly to do, they never explained the green ink thing. They acted like it was important, but then they never explained it. So I'm a little confused on that. Maybe, once again, maybe I just missed it. Maybe I'll go back and watch the video and maybe I'll pick up on what they meant. But, and I was a little confused. So in terms of motive, Daisy murdered Mario in order to frame Waluigi. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Why wouldn't she just murder Waluigi? I guess maybe it would have been too obvious, she felt, that she'd been the one who did it. And he was with, I guess, Luigi at the time, so. I guess she was just using the excuse of the black light. I guess it was like a spur of the moment decision, I guess. But I don't know. I'm still a little iffy about Daisy's motive a little bit. Is wanting to frame somebody for a crime enough to murder somebody else? I mean, it sounded like she wasn't, like she said, she wasn't a big fan of Mario to begin with. But I don't know. Anyway, moving on. That's not really a constructive criticism. This is just me more making observations, I think. I think in terms of constructive criticism, my main one would be... Okay, so this is a jam game, right? And it's really well done for a jam game, I think. It had good structure and all that. But now that the jam is over, one of my suggestions would be... It felt very... What's the word? Linear, I guess, in that we were just, going down the list, My phone keeps buzzing. Sorry if you're hearing that. We just kept going down the list of finding the evidence and whatnot, and questioning people, and it just felt kind of linear. What's the point, if we're just gonna check down the list, check it all off the list? It might as well have not given you options at all, because that's just how I feel anyway. I guess it is a good way of structuring it, but what I would have liked to see maybe is add in some point and click elements. You see that a lot in murder mysteries, and there's a reason for that, because it works really well. It's fun to be able to find the clues yourself, rather than just, well, I found this glove while I searched the room. I searched the room and I find a glove. Maybe instead have the glove in the room or something, and you Or like when you want to search the purses, maybe click on the purse, have that be clickable, have it like highlight up when you're doing the point and click. And then it sparks the conversation of Bowser asking if they can search through their things. Things like that, I think, would add just a little more, make it a little more interesting than just the linear gameplay. Once again, now that the jam is over anyway, that would be something that I would go back and fix if you're looking to, improve anyway. Oh, I didn't really care for the backgrounds too much. They're kind of blurry and pixely. I don't know. That might be more my personal preference, but I don't know. I found them kind of distracting. Same thing with the text and the bright red box. It's a little hard on the eyes, I think. But I was able to read it okay, so, I'll give that a pass. It is what it is. Oh, one more complaint. This one's kind of minor, but it felt like the whole journal thing, it was interesting, like the journal and keeping track of the evidence, it was interesting, but the evidence didn't actually really relate that much to the murder itself. I mean, yeah, we have the murder weapon, but I mean, it was obvious that was the murder weapon. It wasn't like we had to guess what the murder weapon was. We had the pen there, yeah, but it didn't mention anything about the green ink. Like, did the pen write in green, I guess? Yeah, so I would have liked to see the whole journal and keeping evidence. If you're going to have that, actually have it be useful, because I didn't feel like it was really useful. It was interesting and good to have it there, but I don't really know if it helped us put all the pieces together, It was a really good, at least an attempt at a mystery, and I did enjoy it, and I did really feel the mystery, and it did get me to think about and question, ooh, could it have been this person, they had good motive, but this person had good motive too, and, this person had good motive, but I don't think they did it because, they didn't have as much opportunity. I think that's about all I wanted to say. Really good writing, really good story. Enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I love Bowser. I love that Bowser was the main character in this, because Bowser's awesome for one thing. And, the whole wanting to turn over a new leaf thing was cute. And the whole coming to the conclusion that, what, these guys suck. I'll just stick with the friends that I have. That was great. I love that. And like I said, the whole everyone not liking Mario because he's over advertising himself, kind of like a play on, Nintendo slapping Mario's face on everything for advertising. I think that was clever and subtle, because I didn't pick up on it right away. It took me a while to put that together, that's what they were talking about. Yeah. Rate at the end. Oh, rating. So, I'm kind of between giving it 4 stars and 5 stars, because I really did enjoy it. And when I'm between something and it's a jam game, I tend to go up. So I'll give it 5 stars. Yeah. I think it was really good done. For a jam game, yeah, totally. For one that was done in a month, oh, definitely. Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, most of my suggestions would be something that I would suggest going back and fixing. So I do think this could use some more work, some more polish to make it really shine. But for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I think it was really well written and fun. Even if it was kind of weird and not what you'd expect a Mario fanfic to be about. It was great. All right. That's all I have to say, but thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.